Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Jake Demai. I run a bookkeeping business that I started from scratch about 4 years ago. I love talking about my business. I love trying to convince other people to start bookkeeping businesses. I don't think there are enough good bookkeepers out there. I'm not afraid of losing my business to other people because I feel like there are so many businesses out there that need good bookkeepers. And there are, in my opinion, there are more customers than there are providers. And so it's a huge opportunity, in my opinion, for bookkeepers, for any accountant who has any kind of accounting experience to start a bookkeeping company. Because for so long, guys, bookkeeping had to be done in-house. You had to, before QuickBooks Online, there were green sheets, there was QuickBooks Desktop, there were spreadsheets. Now everything is shared online. Everything can be accessed remotely. And so I work here in my office remotely. I never see clients face to face. I did in the beginning when I started my business. Now it's just a waste of time. Honestly, I talk to people on the phone. I send emails out. And most of the time, guys, I'm doing the bookkeeping behind the screen and I don't talk to anybody. And that's what I love about my business. It's very sustainable for me. I don't have to talk to anybody. The only times I have to talk is when people call me on the phone, and they're typically like 5 to 10 minute conversations. I rarely get burned out by that. And so I love talking about my business, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I just want to say a quick thank you. I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's awesome. I'm really happy about it. I know you don't care, but I had to mention that. Also, my bamboo plant is doing awesome as well. I planted that about a month ago from my backyard, and I love having it in here. It adds a cool vibe. And, I'm sure I get a little bit of extra oxygen from all these plants in the room. So anyway, guys, let me get to what I wanted to talk about in this video. And that was just a quick update on where I'm at with my business. I've been talking a little bit. I've been transparent about the numbers. I've been talking about my struggle to find clients. And I'm happy to report that I've had an influx of business. And I don't know if it's from these YouTube videos. I don't know if it's from my LinkedIn posts. But I have gotten a lot of attention from people that need bookkeeping help. It's been awesome, and I'm really happy about it. I'm extremely busy now. I just spent 2 days away with my family at an indoor water park. We had a blast, but honestly, it was kind of hard for me to step away from like all the work that I'm doing because I'm working on, I'm working on 1, 2, 3 cleanup jobs at the same time. I'm finishing up one that I talked about earlier. I'm actually pretty much done with that one. And I have 2 other cleanup jobs that I'm working on, plus some quarterly jobs that I need to wrap up as well. So I'm really busy. I have 3 additional leads that have come in, and I'm just waiting for a signature on the engagement letter. And so, guys, I kind of just want to break down like what that's looked like for me, how I've gotten these leads, because I do know that this YouTube channel has helped. And I just want to share kind of the statistics, like how much money did I make this month? How much money am I making per client? And where am I at? So let me just jump right in, guys. From my earlier video, I talked about how I landed a big client, and I quoted them at $800 a month, ongoing bookkeeping, and I charged them $5,200 for a cleanup job. And I like significantly undercharged them. And so I probably should have charged $10,000 for the cleanup job and $2,000 for the ongoing monthly bookkeeping going forward. And so I totally botched that quote, but that was okay. I was kind of desperate in the beginning. I was okay with getting paid a little bit less. And honestly, they might have said no to $10,000, even though that's what it was probably worth. And I was happy to make $5,200 on top of my other ongoing monthly work. It took me about 2 weeks to do the cleanup job. I tried to get it done in a week, but there was just too much information to get through. And so I pretty much wrapped it up within 2 weeks. It was a gigantic job. It was so big that I just sent the owner an email before this video letting them know that I'm going to need to increase the monthly bookkeeping. And get ready for this. I'm increasing it from $800 a month to $2,000 a month. And in your head, you might be thinking, oh my goodness, Jake, that is a huge, really steep increase. And you're right. It is an extremely big increase, and it kind of is going back on my original quote. And I'm okay with that, guys, because they can say no. They can say no to this adjustment. They're not forced to say yes. I haven't even started on the monthly bookkeeping yet. And as I was going through the cleanup work, and as I was working with the business owner and their employees, I realized that this was a really big job. They have Shopify and Amazon payments that need to be integrated with QuickBooks. They need to be managed. They have accounts payable and accounts receivable. They have like 15 loans. It is a gigantic company. And there's just, I feel like it's not worth it for me unless I'm getting paid $2,000 a month, because I have to be the one to do this work. This is a complicated job, and it requires me to do the work. I can't just pass it off to my employee. So guys, that was the big client I talked about last month, and that's what I just wrapped up, and I sent that email about the increased quote. So that's one client. Another client I landed from just my website on Google was a hair salon. So a hair salon came to me. It's actually a franchise, a very well-known franchise, and well, at least in the East Coast. And they want me to do bookkeeping for 2 of their locations. And I'm going to start with one location, and I'm going to charge $1,500 to clean it up for the last 9 months, and then $300 ongoing for monthly ongoing bookkeeping help. So that's a hair salon. I also got a financial advisor who needs help organizing their books. They need to get set up with QuickBooks. They need to have accountability and discipline around how they keep track of their spending. And so I'm going to do it all through QuickBooks for them. I'm charging him $300 a month as well, and a $250 $250 QuickBooks setup fee in addition to that. I also have a big cleanup job I'm working on for a CFO that actually recommended or who gave me some work. So the CFO is talking to the client, and I'm working basically for the CFO. I'm charging $2,750 for that cleanup job, 50% up front. And I'm happy to do cleanup jobs. Like I said before in my other videos, I love doing cleanup jobs, but it is a little bit of a bummer that I don't get them for monthly ongoing work. But you know what? That's okay. I was a little bit desperate at the time, and so I was happy to say yes. And honestly, as my schedule allows me, I'll continue to do cleanup jobs, especially if it's ongoing monthly work on top of that. And I know the CFO personally, and so I was happy to help them get it kind of teed up for them so that they can do the monthly ongoing work after that. And so that's another thing I'm working on, a cleanup job for $2,750. And then I have a couple other leads as well. An insurance agent with an insurance company reached out to me, and she actually found me on YouTube, and I sent her a proposal for $300 a month and $1,000 for the cleanup. So guys, I have a lot of things going on. I've got this YouTube channel, which is awesome, which I think has helped generate a lot of this business. I've got these 5 different leads/clients that I'm working on top of my monthly ongoing work. And guys, it just shows that when you own a business, there's no limit to how creative you can get, to how much you can grow. Just a few weeks ago, I was down in the dumps, and I was, complaining. I wasn't complaining, but I was getting a little bit discouraged about the lack of growth. And then within a couple weeks, I've already gained 3 new clients. I have 2 in the hole. I have so much momentum right now, and it's exciting. I love it. It's a little bit exhilarating and a little bit scary because the end of the year is coming up quickly, and there's going to be a lot of needs from my other clients, but I'm ready for that. I have my employee working full time. She's doing the monthly ongoing work. I'm talking to clients regularly. I love what I do, and I'm trying to save up to buy a home. And so the extra money is just icing on the cake. It just adds to our savings. It pays down some of our debt that we have, and it's just fun, guys. And so if you're an accountant out there and you're watching this and you're thinking about starting a bookkeeping business and owning a bookkeeping business, then let me just push you over the fence a little bit if you're on the fence about it, because it was one of the best things I've ever done. Guys, this month, and let me just share with you the numbers here. This month alone, I have made $27,000 in revenue from my bookkeeping business. And that's with one employee and myself working. And I probably worked about 40 hours a week this week. I didn't work more than that. And, I was a little stressed this month with all the extra work, but that was fine. $27,000 in revenue. And my expenses are about $4,500 on top of that. So my profit for this month alone was about $23,000 in profit. Guys, that's amazing. That's like unbelievable. I never thought I'd be able to make that kind of money. My wife and I, we spend personally, we spend about $10,000 a month on like regular, like groceries and eating out, all that stuff. All of our bills is about $10,000 a month. And so my profit at $22,000 leaves us with $12,000 of extra money that we can put towards our future home or towards our debt or towards our retirement. And to me, guys, I'm not sharing that to boast. I'm just sharing that to show you what's possible and to give you hope that like you can do this too. I am the most average person you can possibly meet. And I might sound confident now, 4 years in, and it might look like I have it all together and that I know what I'm doing and that I know what I'm talking about. But guys, I was an employee working in a cubicle, making $80,000 a month and kind of struggling to make ends meet. And I had this, crazy idea to start this business. And it started out slowly. I gained one client 3 months after I started the business. And then I gained another client and then another client. And within 18 months, I was able to quit my full-time job and start this thing. And guys, it was just one of the best decisions I've ever made. It was scary. It was risky. But again, guys, it was possible and I did it. And if you're patient, if you just follow kind of what I've done, then you can do it too. So if this video was helpful for you, please like the video. I really appreciate it. If you subscribe to this video, then you'll be alerted about future videos that I make. I'm going to try to do other videos on how I started my bookkeeping company. So stay tuned for that. And if you want updates on my bamboo or on my business in general, feel free to stick around. And guys, I just want to thank you again, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.